Hello gamers, this is Lark with Games and Gaming Miniatures. This is our third installment of Ostriv. So far we've given our city a basic layout. We have production buildings such as the forestry, which gives us wood production, a smithy, which gives us nails and metal parts, and a carpenter, which works on our carts to repair them and gives us new carts. All of these settings help build and maintain our city. We also have a food production of meat with the fish, which we started in the first episode. In the last episode, we added farms to give us a further balance of food. So today, we're going to continue our city, but we're going to look at bringing in our government building, which is the town hall. That way we can maintain control over our finances better. I have also adjusted the options for the UI to 120%, and I want to see how this looks in the video and see if you guys are seeing it okay. If it's too small, let me know. I may go down to the next level and see if that's okay. But for this episode, we will stay at 120%. Alright, the first thing I'm going to do is pause. It's winter time, so let's check my farms. I've got buckwheat scheduled here. I've got potatoes scheduled here. That's a fallow field. I don't want this many fallow fields at the same time. So let's do this. 183.51. $183.51. 100. Let's go ahead and put sunflowers in here. I don't know if we'll get them this time, but let's see what happens. So we've got buckwheat, potatoes, first fallow field. And I don't have to make this one a fallow. You can tell at the top, in this area, the nutrients that I need, I know I'm going to have with buckwheat. But I've got to start staggering my fallow fields. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 areas here to do that with. So I'm going to make this my first fallow field so I can start working in the stagger. And let's see what happens. I changed my mind. We're going to stagger in 2 fields. Because if I go fallow here, grow 2 crops and go fallow here, it keeps the cycle going. Okay. On this one, we will grow. And we will grow here. We'll go fallow here. I'm going to grow sunflowers there. We'll let this one go fallow too. That'll give me 2 fallow fields during the second growing cycle. So, 64, 57, 100. We did 1 tater. Let's see if they got enough to put taters in this one. I think we do. Yeah, okay. We're going to make this with potatoes. Now, the difference between what happened on the first time when we had all 6 with crops, we have 2 fallow fields. That means they'll try to harvest all 4 of these. So we're going to see how that turns out. And in the meantime, we're going to start working on setting up our market some more and getting our government building built. So I need to adjust my fences and start working on that. Now, as you remember in the first video, I believe I mentioned that I was going to use fences to control some of my traffic so that I could have definitive paths going from one point to another. We're going to continue with that. You know, with everything that snaps, I wish that fence would snap to that too. Alright, let's see now. Yeah, I can see the flags better now too. We're just going to back up just a hair, because I know I got to build the next neighborhood. And we're going to add our government building. That's not too bad, is it? Oh, it is. I was clicking on the shade instead of the fence, if you were wondering what all that clicking was about. There we go. Not real happy with that, but the whole thing's crooked anyway. And let's go ahead and get these two areas started. We're kind of waiting on houses to build, and I'm trying to keep you from having to sit here and wait on stuff to build. That's my next goal here. So I figure we'll add on stuff while the game runs for a little bit, since I'm laying out the area and showing you how I'm doing it. And we're going to use a small arch for this, because this is just going to be an entryway, but I'm going to close it off for through traffic. And if I do this right, I'm really hoping that what will happen here is the only people that will enter this area are people that are supposed to be here. But you know, I don't quite need it that big. Let's adjust it just a hair. Because I'm going to have market stalls in other areas, because my people aren't going to be efficient if they have to go all the way across from one corner to the next. And I'd like to keep these two areas about roughly the same size, just so it looks nice. But you can do it however you want. Oh, and if you are on Steam, I've been posting these video links in the guides there. And I think I'll keep updating them there. I don't know which one's more crooked. The fence or the arch? Whoop, wrong arch. Alright. Keep an eye. You should always check this. We know that's the mayor's house. And we know he's rich. They're just out of meat. But always check those just in case. I can't stress that enough, because that's where people have a tendency to go wrong. Alright, here's the government building and our town hall. It's going to look so pretty. Look how big that building is. Well, let's get it in place. Alright, and I think I'd like to get at least 2 more houses built. Now let's make it 1 more house. Another thing, it was brought to my attention that the laborers that use the cart are men. Oh, women have to move it by hand. You know, I always thought a wheelbarrow was a woman's best friend because it let her move stuff around, but apparently the game doesn't think so. Just kidding. So let's see. We're going to let them use the cart too. Women. Oop, wrong one. Oh, they're laboring by hand. Yeah, y'all better enjoy making this extra money while you can. Labor by cart. Somehow I missed that one. Interesting. Do you get to use a cart? Looks like we're going to build a few more carts. We'll get some people to bring you stuff. Now, don't forget, don't overwhelm your carpenter. He's got 4 there. I'm wondering if he can't keep 4 more repaired. Yeah, you notice I didn't move anyone around this winter. I probably should have. Let's add some more guys here. I think that house gets built, we'll get another guy. And let's go back to working on my project. Yeah, I got somebody back in there. We're good there. So now, we are planting crops again. Still don't have quite enough people. Alright, let's get back to this while we were waiting on build our building. They're already supplying it. I think that's more than big enough. Now what you can do in this area, I'll show you in a minute. No, it's crooked. And got it. The only thing I can figure is they consider a cart bigger than a wheelbarrow. But I'm not going to start that discussion. Tell you what, let's put the arch in there and that'll help us line up the walls. Wish I could move that brown box to the top left corner or something. That is one thing I liked about Banished. Any of your information boxes and stuff, you can move them wherever you prefer them. I would like to see something like that in this game. And I'm not trying to compare it to Banished, but that is the one game that everybody seems to be comparing it to. But the main reason I'm saying that is because I just would really like to see that change. You still got that up there? There's just not enough fish yet. No, I guess not. Guys, what are we doing? You got all 3 boats. There's 3 of you. You need a 4th person, but I haven't got enough buildings built for that. You're just going to have to hold off, but I'll go ahead and leave the opening there. They need a 4th guy, I think. Okay. About there. I haven't figured out how I'm going to do some of this. And yes, we may be taking this fence down to put houses over here. It was a temporary thing while I was working things out. And I know these are closed and these are open. Alright. I think we're going to have to use a small arch here. Guess I had that right to begin with. There we go. That lines up a little better. And I'll just do that little bit there. Oh, that's the wrong fence. Apparently it's not the wrong fence, it's too small of an area. Okay. We are going to have to move this over just a shake as my fence is too small. Hate it when that happens. Maybe not. Maybe I just need to change arch. No, that's too big. Okay, so we're just going to put this in here. And try to line this up as best I can. Alright, let's see if that helps me. It's a little crooked, but... Now, we could have had a double entrance there, but I think that I'm going to do this just a little different from that. Okay. There we go. So now they have to go through this way. We're building away there. Alright, let's see. Let's line this up first. Looks like it'll be perfectly lined up, but I think that's the general area I want right there. Nope, it's got to move over one more. Wish I could just pick it up and move it. That would be nice. Oh, that's much better. At least I think it is. That's close enough. And we're just going to move this on down through here. Okay. Alright, people, you're going to start using the arch now. There we go. Oh, we don't want that there. I remember now why I don't want it there. They're going to use that for a pass-through if I put that there. I want only one entrance into the market. If not, they'll go in through here and through here to go up there. So these people will just have to come down through here and come over here and come in. It shouldn't be too big of an issue. I'm going to leave that alone for a minute. Once this is built, I'm going to add. And I'll tell you what we're going to do. I'm going to turn these two houses off so that it will build this corner first. That way it doesn't slow down my progression here. Now what we can do is put some trees up. What do we want? Oh, that'd look nice in there. Bring them shade. And worst case scenario, I could put some more markets in across from them. But that will look really nice. Oh, and it looks like our town hall is nearly done. Isn't that pretty? Now I would put benches in here, but I think people would keep coming in here sitting down. I have to think about where I want to put some benches. Alright, so here we are. Let's turn this off. This is what that nice little building looks like. Gone over here. So all that's left is our original well. I think we'll move that down the road. So let's click on City Hall. Here's our population information. No housing available. We know that. Hit escape and it comes out. Economy. This is the new area I'm telling you about right here. We'll get into that in a minute. Your stored materials are down through here. As you can see, I have 0 iron, but it's in my production building. I've already checked this out. What I have a problem with on stored resources is it doesn't tell me what's in a production building. And that's really annoying because I'd like to look at a glance without having to go to the production building to see if I actually need to go order more material. And I think that the game should at least put it either on this screen or the drop down. And consequently, it should just put the total amount in this column or have a second column that says production building storage or something. And you got the trade center that stuff will sit in until it gets moved too, but I don't know. It's something for the developers to think about fixing. And I don't know. It's just really annoying to have to go click on another location to find out where all my materials are if I think I'm out. But if you look at this list and see you have 0 in something that you know you're going to need, like iron, take the time to go look at the smithy and see if it's over at the smithy. I showed you how to adjust the numbers so you could keep more in the smithy, because I was attempting to empty the tents out, and it's kind of nice to have the extra there, so if somebody's free, they just go fill it up. But it's really, really frustrating when you don't know, if you look at something like this, that you have some over there. You have to physically go over there and look. Now, here's your treasury information. This is how much money we currently have. House rent is how much we've made previous year, and this is what we've made so far this year. Local sales and export. Export's the trading post. We're going to get into that more in the next episode, and I'm going to show you how to use it. The numbers for that will be there for your export, okay? Now, you get down to import, there's the line for the trading post there. That's what's being brought into the city, and I'm buying it with money. Salaries, what we're paying out to our employees. Messengers has to do with the trading post, and I will get into more detail with that next episode. Financial help is the money when I click on that little button to give a family 5 crowns so they can buy food or whatever they need, like wood or something. That's the click-offs I do there, and it's going to keep track of what I gave out that year. And then there's the balance. So, last year we lost $107.10 total, when we've already lost $20 this year. I have been controlling the wages at the building, and I will continue to do that. However, I'm going to control the master wages. And I'm going to drop this down to $1.60, which will drop my manager's wage down to $2.40. It's the only way to adjust his wage. Now, I'm going to go down here to laborers, and I can't have my laborers making more, so we're going to drop them down to the $1.60. Between building more houses and continuing to do what I'm doing, this should stabilize our money somewhat, if not bringing in more money. At some point, we will give individual homes financial help. We don't get that money back. And gradually, we will have to go change our buildings or change it here. It really, to me, it just depends on how many people come up needing money. All right, market prices. I'm going to go ahead and bump that up by 10%. And village rent, I'm going to bump that up a nickel, just to get a little extra money coming in and help keep balancing my treasury. Some people have played with these and have done a lot more with them to get money. However, I'm doing just enough to keep my people stable. In fact, let's just drop this one down to 150. And if I have to, I'll pop it back up. All right. Then there's our mayor. Okay. And then our builders are here too. And I can finish in closing this. But I'm going to go ahead and start the game because I haven't got any reason not to do that. All right. And again, I'm only putting one way in and one way out. And we're going to dress this up a little bit. It's not perfectly centered, but no matter how hard I try, I don't get stuff perfectly centered without a grid. So let's see. Ash trees. I like the ash tree. No, wait a minute. Let's take a look at that cottonwood. That's a big tree. Oh, yeah. That's beautiful. So we'll put one here. And we'll put one here. And let's put some ashes towards the front. Oh, yeah. Oh, that's going to look nice. And let's put some bushes near the door. Let's drop one or two here. One would be plenty. Put one in each corner. There we go. Alright, so now I probably could have put the entrance here and had it go up there as a walkway. Let's do that. No, let's watch the path build and decide if we want to do that. Alright, I know we got the government building set up here, but I want to watch what happens with this farm. Now, over time, our trees will get bigger just like they did in the rest of the lots. Oh, yeah, we haven't started here. While we wait for winter so I can check out how our fields are doing, I'm going to do this. Get some benches out there. Okay, and they can rest. Be careful that you don't overdo it, though. I think we're just going to keep this line with the others. I'm maybe going to turn it. There we go. It's August. They should be pulling the crops. So they started with the buckwheat. And I'm going to have her go help them. She should pop in as a laborer. And we built a house. She didn't pop in. I wonder where she went. Alright, as you see, these two fields stayed fallow. I don't know where she went. She has been busy, though. Look at that. Let's check out some stuff here. Yep, she's doing good. Then she's working as a laborer now. That's pretty good. So, have you tried building the crop fields to see which way is the more efficient way to harvest and plant the crops? Do going long ways with the gate on the side go faster than going end to end with the gate at the top or bottom? Let me know what you think when you look at your crop fields and see which way works better. Do you think multiple tiny crops work better than the mid-size or bigger crops? I know in the beginning the tiny crops, the smaller crops rather, not tiny, they actually seem to do a little better because you can get multiple types of crops since you don't have the laborers to work on them. So we're into September. And they've started harvesting potatoes? Yes. And this one was sunflowers and that one was potatoes. Making sure I was set up for sunflowers. Now we added another water well. Does that work? We're good. Alright, so that should take care of the people on this end of the town. And we got two more. One more over there, so we'll add it later. Did I change the money on that? Yeah. Alright, we're set up. Now it's come to my attention that I have to have stone for my kiln, for the lime. That's going to come down the road, and I did find the stone, and we'll experiment with seeing the best way to get that stone back into my city. I don't have wagons yet, and I need processed lime, which I can buy if I want to be honest. And we might go that route at first. So I can build a wagon so that my guy can go across the map to get the stone. I think we might look at doing that. And we'll experiment with that and see if we can actually leave my stoneworks in the city, and if the wagon will go break up the stone and bring it back and process it or not. We'll play with that and see what it does. Or we'll look at the instructions and see if there's anything in there. Now, I did turn that off, right? No, I didn't turn off prioritized gathering after all, so we won't see anything. Doggone it. I am so sorry I meant to do that. I wanted to see what they did. We'll do that in the next video. But for this video, we've built more houses. We've laid out our market area so it'll look a little better, and we left room for more if we needed it. If not, we can always come back and add some terrain in there, like more trees and bushes. Let me turn these back on. And our mayor now has his town hall. And I laid out a couple more wells. We'll get them built here soon too. Oh, there it is right there. Okay, I thought I was going to put one over here. Okay, what do we got not working? Everybody's got a job? Oh, nice. Some vacancies left. That's because people are going to have to shift around. So that'll do it for this episode. In the next episode, we're going to look at putting our trading post up and continue it growing. So far, you see we have a balanced city and it's doing pretty well. If you look down below, there's a subscription button if you want to hit that and be notified of new videos. I would appreciate it if you hit like or dislike and tell me something in comments, why you liked it, why you didn't like it. And if you didn't like it, I'd like to know what you think I can do to improve it. I think I have improved the graphics. So just let me know. And thanks for watching. Y'all have a great day today.